I'm starting. Yeah. Hello, good morning, students. Let's start the third. We have already started yesterday. Now continue with the third topic, third unit. Okay. Before that, let me give my second class introduction of online classes. This is Dbms. The third unit is Sql queries, constants, and triggers. Okay. Next, coming to this second slide. Coming to the second slide, we have seen this structured query language, what way we are using, how we are using, what is it useful of that. And coming to the next slide is the types of commands we have seen. We have seen all the 4 types of commands: data definition language, manipulation language, control language, transaction control language. So DDL, that is create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. So here one shortcut code is Dr. Cat, DRCAT cat. So DDL remembrance commands. D stands for drop, R stands for rename, and C stands for create, and A stands for alter, and T stands for truncate. Okay, this is a shortcut. We can write it actually. You can just remember. So you should not get confused for this. I'm telling you all the clues. And coming to the Dml command, so it is nothing but Cdu. Cdu means S for select, I for insert, D for delete, and U for update. Cdu. And Dcl commands are GR, that is grant and revoke. And Dcl is CRS, comment, rollback, and save point. So these commands are very much essential, and it is very good for all the interviews and gate questions also. So I'm just repeating all this. You should not get confused with DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL. For this, I'm highlighting this PPT slide. Okay, coming to the next slide. So definition language, I have already told you, DR cat, Dr. Cat. So in that we are getting drop, rename, create, alter, and truncate. And coming to this, the next slide is Dcl commands. We are getting what is that? Grant and revoke. We have seen some examples also for this. And transaction control language, we have some of the commands are CRS, control, commit, rollback, and save. Next, we have seen the syntax of that and the examples of that in the coming slide. Next, form of a basic SQL key. Here, actually the subject starts now. The basic structure is we have to know what to select from and where, which we have practiced in the labs also. So no need to have confusion. Just write it down 2 or 3 times so that you can have an experience. Next, select clause. We have the basic table and we have taken the example for that. Select clause. Next, coming to select clause only. Select with distinct clause means what? Which is not whatever the repetition is there, that is going to eliminate and take the only one part as one. Next, select star means select everything. Next, wait clause. We have seen the wait clause also. How we can add with the select command and using the wait clause with the condition. So this is the example which is given. Next is the from clause. We are taking the select statements from which tables we are taking it and what is the condition for that. So we are taking the 2 tables here, student and course table. So this is the next slide. As an example, I've given you this. What is rename? Selecting that old name to a new name. So that is the other clause of this. The next is SQL like operators. Like operators are used for wait clause to specify the specific pattern in a column. There are 2 wildcard, that is conjunction with the like, that is percentage and underscore. Next, we have seen few examples of this, of a percentage, percentage a, percentage, or next underscore r percentage, a underscore percentage, a underscore percentage, A underscore O percentage. So all these examples we have seen it. We have gone through yesterday slides, but it's nothing but a revision part of this. So that because few students have not come and few students have joined today. And next coming the aliasing command. So where we have alias means giving other name also. So that is called alias. So alias column name as alias from table name. And next coming to set operators like union, intersection, and except. For actually yesterday I did not give a complete example. So today I want to highlight from here the actual start, the second day class starts from here. Yesterday I think I did not give you, of course I have given the example with orally, but not in a slide. So let me tell you something detailedly, which I was not satisfied yesterday. So coming to here, the SQL union operator. Here, actually set operators are of three types: union, intersect, and except. Actually, there are so many operators are there, but these three are the quite important and frequently used in the DBMS. We should tell relational database management system instead of telling database management system. So SQL union operator. The union operator is used to combine the result set of two or more select statements. For example, we have one table, other table. So two tables we want to combine. For example, table number one is student one, the other table is student two. We want to combine this to get this. So what command we have to use? We have to use the operator called union. So that is what I'm going to tell you these points. Unit operator used to combine the result set of two or more select statements. So this is one select statement, and this is one select statement. In these two can be combined with the help of a union. So every select statement within union must have the same number of columns. So columns should be the same. Then only you can do union. So this is one student table, other is employee table. This cannot be this cannot be done it actually. So that's what I want to tell. So the next one is union is there. The column must have similar data types. The column of every select statement must also be in the same order. Union syntax. Now we are going to see select column name from table 1. Union select column name from table 2. So this is one of the union operator. And this is the syntax, and this is the example. Select ID name from student 1, union select ID name from student 2. So we are selecting only the ID part, name part from table 1, ID and name from table 2, and we are doing union, so which results in table 3. Okay, got clarified. The next slide is union all. Union all means we can take the duplicate part also. So some duplicates are there which are not allowing in the union command. But in union all command, we can take the duplicate part also. For example, so here select, so this is a syntax actually. The union operator selects only distinct values from the default. To allow duplicate values also, we can use union all. So select column name from table 1, union all, select column name from table 2. So, student 1 has, this is this table 1, table 2. The next slide is union all. So what we are taking is 101, 102 is there. 101 also has other things there. Another with same ID, the other person's student name is there. Even that also is being selected. You see here, Rahul is here, Rehan is there. But union now, it's nothing but combination of these two. But in union, no duplicacy is taken. Okay. So union all is there. So here what you're doing is 101, 102, 103, 101, and 102, and this one has been taken. So this is about union all. When coming to intersect, the intersect is nothing but taking which is common, that is be taken. So which is common from the two tables? It is 102 is common. So that is the output. So let's see the what all things are there in the big slide. The SQL intersect clause or operator used to combine two select statements, but returns rows only from first statement that are identical to the row for the second. Which the row is same. Which row is same? 102 is same. So from table 1 and table 2. So that will be the output for the intersect command. So intersect returns only common rows returned from the two select statement. Syntax: select common names from table 1, intersect select common names from table 2. So what we're getting is select star from student 1, intersect a star from student 2. So that means we are getting star means we're taking all the rows. That is, we're taking all the record. What is the headers of the record? ID, yes, name, agent, city. So that one we are taking. Star means we're taking everything. Okay. So what is intersect means? We're taking which is common. So that is called the intersect operator. Then coming to the except. This is also called in ordinary mathematical notation is taken as minus sign. A minus B, B minus A. So what we have seen it. In which we have studied in the previous classes, that is in the school age like that. So that will how to represent that in DBMS or relational database management system to the except operator. The SQL except clause or operator used to combine two select statements and return those from the first select statement that are not returned by the second select statement. That means except returns only rows which are not available in the second select statement, which is not there in the second, that will not be there. Only what is there in the first one, and that is also should be present in this, only that part is going to take. For example, 101 is there, which is nothing but Rahul. Is Rahul is present here? No. So, but Rahul is the output. Next, 103 is there. So, these two are 103. Ravi is 103 and Alex is 103. But what is there in A? Ravi is there. So, Ravi will come into the picture. That is the output. So, you see 101. Again, repeating the same concept. 101 of Rahul of table A. 101 of 101 of Rehan of table 2. Both are 101. But what is present in to student 1 table, Rahul is present. So output will be Rahul only. And coming to the 103, Ravi is present here for student table 1, and 103, Alex is present for table 2. But what is present for table 1? That is 103. So whatever is there in this has to come in the 103. The next slide is aggregate function. Aggregate function is aggregation of all the Dbms commands we can do with the help of an aggregate function. Aggregate function are those functions which take the collection of values as input and return a single value. SQL offers 5 built-in aggregate functions. There are so many aggregate functions are there, while built-in commands, according to the advancement of DBMS and RDMS, only that aggregate function has come to the picture. For example, for average, we use as AVG, minimum we use as min, maximum we use as max, and total we use as sum, and count we use as Cql and default. The same is going to come. So in the English format, we use AVE, but for the RDMS commands, we use ABG. This is a reserved word. Okay. So min is a reserved word. Max is a reserved word. Sum and count. The input sum and average must be a collection of numbers only, but others have a collection of non-numeric data types as input as well. That means sum and average is only for the numbers only. For 1 to 3 numbers are there, which numbers can extend to what the numbers can go to minute. For that sum only it can go. It can do it for the integer part only. But for sum and average. For remaining part, we can go for other data types also. So we are seeing some few examples and few more knowledge about the sum and minimum, count, and average. And so let's see some few SQL commands. The SQL of minimum and max functions. The min function returns the smallest value of the select column. The max function returns the largest value, maximum of the selected column. Minimum syntax is minimum with the function syntax, max with the function syntax. For this, how we are to write the syntax of this, which is written which by using the minimum reserved word or the operator or the function. Select min column name from table name where condition. For this also select maximum. Here instead of minimum, we can write maximum. The same will come. That's all. There's not a big difference. But still, I will be reading this. Select max column name from table name where condition. Next, the count function returns the number of rows that matches the specific criteria. Count function. Select count column name. That means how many we have the count from where, from the table name. What is the condition? Where condition. The sum function returns the total number of numeric values. The sum function selects sum column name from table name where condition. So this is the syntax. So coming to this, the average function returns the average value of the numeric values. Average, select average column name from table name where condition. So same. So select some marks from student table where condition where marks should be rising from more than 40 and less than 100. So this is something you can write the condition. The next slide. Coming to the count function, the count function returns the number of rows and matches a specific criteria. Count syntax. Select count column name from table name where condition. The sum function returns the total number of numeric values. Sum syntax. Select sum column name from table name where condition. Okay. The next operator which you are going to see is the average function. Returns the average value of the numeric column. Average syntax is select average column name from table name where condition. Next, here I'm using some examples now. I have previously discussed about only the syntaxes. Now we have seen only the examples. So this is a table. Employee is a table. Employee ID, employee name, department, and salary is there. So employee IDs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the names of Raj, Amit, Riz, Nitin, Barun, and Sandy. And the departments are HR, marketing, HR, IT, testing, and IT. The salaries are 10,000, 20, 30,000, 30,000, 50,000. And Sandy is not, the salary is not decided, I think so. So they're given as null value. So this is a separate topic. That coming topic will be there. What is a null value? How we can represent a null value? What is a empty set? What is not null? All this concept will come in the next, in this unit only. So the next topic will be that only. Surely I'll come to the topic come for the coming slides. So the example is select maximum of salary from employee. From here, which is the maximum number, which is the biggest number here, 50,000. So 50,000 will come. So select minimum salary from employee means, which is the minimum salary here, of course, is the 10,000. Madam, you could have asked me, well, null is nothing but 0. 0 is not also a value. Null is nothing but which we don't know, we are not confined with this salary, then we have to use the word called null. So minimum salary, it cannot be null, it is 10,000. We are going only for the integer part. I have already told you, we have to go for the integer part only. So we are selecting the maximum and minimum from this salary, okay, which is the integer part. So null is a value which not getting confirmed. So when you're not confirmed with the salary, when you're not knowing, we're having some ambiguity in the salary, and we have to have for further difference, we're using the concept called null in Dbms, but it is not 0. 0 means nothing. Blank, null is represents a blank, like blank column. I can tell you that word for the better understanding. So we will repeat in the null concept also. So null repeats nothing but a blank. 0 is nothing but having a value called 0. So it cannot be the minimum part. The minimum is 10,000 here. Okay. That's, I think, is getting clarified between the max and minimum. The next one is count. How many numbers are there? Here it is already 6 members are there. So employee, how many employees are there? With 6. So select count of salary from employee. The thing is here, what happening is actually the total number of employees how much? 6. But select count of salary. We are counting the salary count. So what is the we getting 5? What is the confusion is here 30,000 both are the same salary. It is counting the number of salaries. It's not counting the number of heads, number of employees here. So 1, 2, this 2 comes under 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that comes under 5. So don't get confused for this. Okay, salary is how many salary different numbers have been arranged. So when the numbers are same, it will take it as 1 only. Here, the count from employees, counting the number of heads, the employee names, how many are there? Okay. Select distinct count of salary from employee. Distinct means, see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, null is not a distinct value. This 30,000, both are having 30,000, which is counted as 1, 10,000 as 1, 20,000 as 2, 30,000 as 3, and 50,000 as 4. So that is called a distinct here. So what is the distinct number we are saying? Okay. Null doesn't represent any number. It is a blank value. So it doesn't take it as distinct here. Okay. It doesn't count for that as in the concept called distinct. Next slide is select some salary from employees. What is the total number of salaries? All the 10,000, 20, 30, 50, they're getting about 1,40,000 and so. So select distinct salary means the distinct number is the 30,002 as repeated now. That is not getting counted. So that is taken as that. So that is the total we are getting it. So sum of that salary we are getting it. What is the average of this from the employees? Number of candidates are 5 here. So it's getting from 5. Number of candidates for salary is nothing but 4. So that is the thing. Okay, we can have a view. I shall go little slowly only. Don't need to have a worriness. So I come here to the previous slide. See here, this is the table. Okay, this table we are seeing for this command now. Sum of salary of employee. How many are there? You have to count 10,000, 20, 30, 30, 50. How much are you getting? 1,40,000. Okay, that is the answer for this. Next, select distinct of sum of salary from employee. think it's 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 has taken as 1, not 2, and 50,000. So we're getting it 1,10,000. Okay. Now same concept applies for this also. Select average of salary from employee means. So what is the employee? So select this one is 1,35,000 divided by how many numbers heads are there? 5. So what is that amount? What is that result? Next, select a distinct average salary from employees. Distinct salary is 1,10,000 divided by 4. Okay. So there should not be any confusion at all. Next, SQL between operators. So what are the SQL? How can you use operators in SQL? That between clause is there. So how can you use between? The between operator selects values within the given range. For example, the values can be a numbers, text, or dates also. What is how many dates can be found from 1 to 30? So how many dates? We should not count 1 and 30. We have to count the middle dates. So it is nothing but 28, like that. Which is oral explanation. I'll give you an example for this also. Between operators, inclusive begin and end values are inclusive begin and end values are included between syntax. So select column names from table name where column name between value and value 2. Select ID. This is the syntax. Now coming to the example. Select ID, yesterday from student, where age between 18 and 20. Select start from products where price is from 10 and 20. So what we are going to get here? So age is, what is the age? 18 and 20. Between means we're taking middle. What is that? I think it is. I think it is what we have to. We should not get confused. So see. Let me have an example for this. So age is 18 and 20. What is the age we have to take for between? 19 we have to take. Okay. But so next example is 10 and 20. What is the getting the output? 9. So 11, 11, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 till 19. Okay. The next is order by. I think the time is getting out. Time is getting out. Still, we are having only 9 minutes. Other. But better go for the attendance, I think so.